All right, good evening. We are Marc and Luke, and this is the 3 Points podcast. Luke.
Good evening, guys. How are we today?
And so we're just going to talk a bit about football and Premier League and everything that's been going on in the recent weeks.
Talking about recent weeks, though, this Premier League week has been a banger. Let's be honest.
It's been mental.
A lot of goals, a lot of weak points, but that's what we're going to be talking about today.
A lot of VAR discussion.
Yeah. Also, that new handball rule, that will be discussed today because that is atrocious, honestly. Mate, that was fucked.
Yeah. So I reckon we should start with your team. So Luke's a Chelsea fan.
Yes.
And I'm an Arsenal fan. So
sadly,
we'll get to
I'm friends with an Arsenal fan.
Yeah. So we'll get to the Arsenal side soon, but we'll start off with the Chelsea West Brom game, 3-3, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one. It was not a good start to the season. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I said to Marc before, guys. I'm gonna say it again. I don't think we necessarily played bad. It was more so we had 3 mistakes. Now, I'm saying there's still a lot of mistakes. We shouldn't be having 3 mistakes per game. Like, let's be real. Like, for a side that signed as the players we've signed.
220
mate,
man.
We signed Thiago Silva, and he's having a mare like that. How Lampard can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
I think I can speak for a lot of fans saying that as well. What's Lampard really going to do when you have a player that you've just signed coming in on his debut, doing a howler like that? Stevie G-esque.
Yeah. And didn't he get handed the captaincy for that game? And
that's
he
not
can't
talking
speak
point.
English,
Yeah,
bro.
mate, can't speak English. That we can blame Lampard for. I don't know if that was maybe a tactical thing because maybe he can speak a little bit of English. I'm sure he knows a couple words.
Yeah,
mate, there's no way. He has to know a couple words, like the basic words. You know, a push. Maybe he knows how to say that. I don't know. Like it was a bit shocking.
As also, if I was a player and I wasn't even given the captaincy, but Silva was on his debut. It would kind of be like a slap in the face to me, you know?
It would be, especially considering, he's just come in. I know he's coming in as that role. He's meant to fill that Van Dijk type role. Yeah. For Chelsea, but,
So 3 mistakes.
3 mistakes led to...
They had 3 shots on target.
Yeah, these are the
stats.
They
were clinical, man.
Yeah, these are the stats. Just let me break it down for you guys. I got them right in front of me. They had 9 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. That's 100% shot. Shots on target to goal ratio. Yeah. Every shot that they hit went in. Yeah. That was on target. That was a meaningful shot. And then you go into that 3 goals. Then Chelsea, this is Chelsea by the way, guys. 22 shots, 10 on target to only 3 goals. Now, I don't know if you watched that game, Marc. Did you watch that?
No, actually, I was watching the Arsenal-Tottenham women FA Cup quarter-final, but I was getting messages from you throughout the game that I watched the last 10 minutes. Yeah. I was hoping that, obviously the rival that West Brom was going to hold out 3-2.
Mate, Werner should have bagged himself a couple goals, hitting the crossbar. Tammy Abraham missing, mate, just simple goals. Just goals that we should be netting in, and especially with the signs we have. It was just, gets me mad thinking about it now. But yeah, talking about that past point, I did go crazy, guys. We came back 3-3. Just to sum up the result you didn't know already, it was 3-3. But in saying that, going back to it again, it was 3 mistakes, led to 3 goals. And really, you got to give Chelsea time. Yeah. If you're a Chelsea fan right now and you're worried, don't be worried, mate. Yeah,
the boys got some questionable voice messages from you that night at half time, man. I probably won't play them, but you weren't happy.
I wasn't happy.
You weren't happy.
Someone else talking about giving Chelsea time.
I still feel like you're not happy with the draw either.
I'm not happy with the draw.
But yeah.
But I've learned these past couple of days coming down from the anger. We have to give these boys time. I'm not expecting Antonio Conte. Just like I said before, he came in 2016-17 season or 2017-18, I can't remember off the top of my head. Won the league. After coming after Mourinho finished 10th with that side to then finishing first. Yep. We have players like Hazard. These players are game changers. I'm not saying we don't have game changers on our side. Yeah. We definitely do now with Ziyech and Werner, like we do, and Kai Havertz. Obviously, we have game changers, but I'm just saying, give us time.
Yeah, and I also asked you because we were having a chat before the podcast about the week and stuff like that, and I raised a question with you: if Mendy ends up becoming a flop, your new goalkeeper, not a flop, let's say, but makes silly errors.
Yes.
Do you blame recruitment? Do you blame the player, or do you blame the goalkeeping coach? Because now we have coaches for set piece.
Yeah, I understand. Petr Cech is our goalkeeping coach.
Yeah.
Head coach.
Who played for both of us, actually.
Yeah, he did. And he also said under Arsenal that the players need to try harder after he was conceding a lot of goals in the league. But anyway, great comment from him. Honestly, at that point, I'm going to say it again. I just don't think Mendy is... I'm going to get slammed for this. He's an average keeper, mate.
Yeah.
He may be above average, should I say. Sorry, he's above... His stats are better than Kepa.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
But he's nothing... He's no Neuer. He's no Petr Cech in his prime. He's no Schmeichel in his prime.
How old's Mendy?
Not sure off the top of my head. I'm going to guess 29.
29?
Looks like a 29.
Oh, shit. So he's old.
Well,
Well, like, you know...
let me look this up. Let me get a fact check.
He's not like a wonder kid or anything.
Yeah, you
like
take...
that,
So what else did you notice about that game? Did you watch any of it? About Mendy?
No,
What else
I did know...
What do you think then? Do you think they should be looking at the...
yeah, I think goalkeeping... I still think Kepa's going to be quite a good keeper. I would be concerned as a Chelsea fan if you guys just sold him. And... Yeah, and you guys sold him, and he turns out to do bits at another club. I feel like we've spoken before, a loan would be good for him.
Yeah.
Get his confidence up. Obviously, the thing with Sarri.
Yeah, that instant we'll get into. I'm gonna get into that real quickly. Before that, we just got fact checked. News is in. Mendy's 26. Sorry, guys, not 29.
So it's pretty young for a keeper.
Yeah, but going back to your question, I do think you have to start blaming, you know, the management of the goal, like Petr Cech, because just because you're a great player doesn't mean you'll be a great coach. You know, like the saying is that I want to believe that Petr Cech knows what he's doing, and I trust him because the man was the best goalkeeper in the world at one point. And if you deny that, then you're just lying to yourself, because he really was. The league we won the Champions League in, saved crucial penalties throughout the competition, banging a goalkeeper. You know, he fell off towards the end of his career, but you know, anyway, going back to it, I do think you have to start blaming the goalkeepers. Not the management, sorry. They're like the way it's being run as the club.
Yeah.
If we do start to fail with scouting and stuff, because when Chelsea's known for scouting quite good youngsters, I say we have probably one of the best young academies in the league.
Yeah.
That get loaned out. Like, we've had some great players at our academy, so.
And you guys have got like a big loan, like outgoing on loans. Haven't you? You guys got a lot of youngsters on loan. You've just loaned today Barkley.
Yeah.
Villa. That's a good signing for Villa.
Talking about Chelsea, we'll get onto that now, because we'll get into the Kepa instant after. But I want to cover this Barkley transfer. That is mental.
Yeah.
Barkley to Aston Villa. Like we were saying before, sign Martinez, goalkeeper.
Yeah. Which I'm not happy about. Well,
you're not. Yeah, but you got Leno. Unless Leno gets injured,
Leno's done well. Yeah, we've signed a new Icelandic keeper, but I don't know what he's like. I can't say that he's any good. You know.
But what was it you were telling me before?
Last season, Aston Villa never kept a clean sheet.
Zero clean sheets.
And since Emmy's joined Villa, he's kept 2 clean sheets. And, you know,
mate, that's an improvement done. Honestly, Aston Villa signing Barkley, keeping Grealish, signing Martinez, that is some great business.
Yeah.
That if this side doesn't finish, you know, mid-table this season or even 10th or, you know, bro, that's not, I wouldn't question the manager, but then, like, it's shocking. You would expect them to finish in those spots, but.
Exactly, yeah. But no, Villa look good. A lot of other clubs look good, but we will talk about that. But we got Everton. Kepa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sarri incident obviously is a long time gone, but has that led to his ultimate demise? I believe in karma. Bit off topic, but I do believe that this has come back to bite him in the butt.
Yeah.
I believe that he is a great player. I have no doubt that he can be a world-class keeper, but he hasn't shown us world-class moments yet.
Yeah.
He's been at the club for about 2 years, I think, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Hasn't really done much. Kind of let us down. He had the worst. If you look at his stats for the season, he had the worst, second to worst in the Premier League for goals outside the box. I think actually the worst. He just honestly is a liability in the back of the net.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be sent out loan somewhere in his home country and grow confidence, maybe in Spain, playing the La Liga. I don't really know. He needs to get his confidence from somewhere, and he needs to step up, because I honestly don't. I rate Mendy, and I think Mendy will be an improvement, but I think Chelsea fans are overhyping Mendy a little bit.
What's happening to Caballero then?
Caballero, I think he's going to get cup competition.
Yeah.
I think he'll stay. He's at the end of his career. Unless he wants to keep playing, if that's his goal, I reckon he'll leave and probably but he will leave on a permanent. I don't think he'll go on a loan.
Did you guys play?
He wants football.
Caballero in the cup final against us.
Yeah, we did. But we played Caballero the other weekend.
Is that when you drew 3-3?
Yep. Didn't really do anything different.
Yeah.
The goals, to be fair, that you conceded were hard.
Yeah.
First goal could have probably got to it. I'm not gonna lie, it was in the bottom corner, but the way it came at him was just a perfect height. It was a bottom bins, but I don't know. I'm not a keeper, so.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And what about Silver's slip?
Silver slip
So
hurts.
he had a dreadful debut. I just hope it's obviously it's going to be
I did.
onwards and upwards from here. But if a debut could go as wrong as possible, that was a debut.
I did touch on that before. Yeah, I will say it again. It wasn't a great debut from him.
Yeah.
Do think he has a lot in his locker that he hasn't shown, but I think he needs to pick up. I think he needs to get to the pace of the Premier League ASAP.
Yeah.
He's playing Farmers League football. I don't care what you say about the French league. It's a Farmers fucking league, mate. The only team that's good in there is PSG and a couple of other French teams that, mate, like there is some good teams in there. Don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is PSG. He's used to playing with the likes of Neymar, the likes of Mbappe. These guys, they don't have a bunch of time on the ball, bro. They've normally got possession, right? Do we have possession too? But not like that.
Yeah.
Bro, have you watch a press in the French league? The press is not like that. The Premier League press is high-paced, fast football.
Yeah.
Players struggle to keep fit in the Premier League. You watch these players come from other leagues and they struggle. Not with goals. I'm not saying they struggle with performances. I'm saying they struggle with fitness.
Yeah.
Because the demands of the Premier League is high. So, Ty still needs to up his game.
Yeah.
Shit debut. But he did show some promising, promising pass. The way he was on the ball, apart from the mistake, was quite promising. But then again, it's early days to judge.
Yeah, 100%. And I reckon Premier League's a different bit of gravy. Honestly, there's a reason why that every season you can never really predict the top four or where people are going to, at the start of the season, it's not always going to be consistent.
Yep.
You have people like Everton who are finishing. Leeds go straight from the Championship. They look good.
Mm-hmm. They do look good.
They look
Everton look good.
Yeah, Everton look
dark
really
horse.
Good,
should I say?
So yeah, the Premier League's physical. There's a lot more upsets. There's, it's a different gravy to.
It's a different gravy this year. I'm telling you, I do not know what the table's going to finish like. I honestly thought Liverpool were going to drop off. They haven't.
Yeah.
Leicester are having a good season again. They're starting off really well.
Yeah.
But we'll go into those topics. But the next game we have is the Liverpool-Arsenal game. Now, 3-1.
Yeah.
You can dive into that one because I sadly missed this game. I had work, so I had to go to bed. Couldn't risk that.
Yeah, I stayed up and watched that. I was impressed with the team that they... Look, we also got to remember that we finished, 30-plus points behind Liverpool last season.
That is a good point.
Yeah, we beat them a couple of times, once in the Charity Shield. Yeah, okay, it's a glorified friendly, as people would say, but you have a look at the Charity Shield, we didn't field our strongest team. Liverpool practically did. But the fact that Arteta's come in and he's sort of given us that edge where we can be a little bit more sterner at the back and it makes teams harder to beat us. Yeah, okay, Liverpool were all over us, but it only took for 80 minutes, one more goal.
Yeah.
It's a draw,
Do you think, okay, got some talking points about that game. Now, Lacazette, first talking point, mate, should have bagged 2 goals.
Yeah, 100%.
Those chances, I'm sorry, but as a striker of that quality, if Aubameyang, question, if Aubameyang had those chances, what are you saying? They're going in?
Oh, Aubameyang, yeah, he would have buried it. Look, at the end of last season, or even during last season, Lacazette wasn't at his best, and we all knew that. Well, it was.
Mate, he's a top quality striker.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he used to be.
Exactly. Yeah. There was all this debate between Arsenal fans: do we cash in? Do we keep him? And yeah, to me, he's very. He can score. He's very clumsy when he gets a goal. If he can trip up on himself. He can trip up on no one. He can score. He scores in the big games. He scored against Liverpool. He scored against Tottenham last season.
He does bag in his goals in the big games.
Yeah, he does score in the big games, but he can miss some.
Misses the thing I don't like about him, and I like him as a striker.
Yeah.
He doesn't bag his chances.
No,
he gets a lot of chances, and he always seems to never take them.
Yeah.
Now, I think I had down here as well. Why do you think Aubameyang started wide that game and not? Well, he came in from the right. I think he came in from the left. From the left.
He's always been.
Does he like that? Do you think that he's asked for that?
I genuinely think Aubameyang probably prefers to play striker.
Because if he played down the middle, he would have got those chances Lacazette had.
100%. We know what Aubameyang's like, but I genuinely think that we've got Lacazette and Aubameyang both at the club, and I don't think we could play 2 strikers as Arteta's formation. So I think we exploit Aubameyang's pace and to cut in and to take a chance.
Yeah.
But, that's the thing. Like, if we cash in on Lacazette, we can potentially shift Uber up front. But I just think it's to keep the players happy, and I think Arteta probably sees there's some proper firepower up there. If you've got Willian, Aubameyang, and Lacazette,
mate, that's goals there.
Yeah,
that's
goals. And I don't know whether it's a confidence issue for Lacazette, but if he started firing some goals, that's gonna
maybe you start firing them in more. You think it'll transpire.
I think he just needs to.
Mate, I'm hoping the same for fucking Werner.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I like Lacazette as a just as a guy and a player, but to take us to that next step, whether he's to lead our attack down the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see him as a super sub.
Like a Giroud.
Yeah, like come off the bench.
But then again, though, Lacazette's how old is he? 27?
I'd say 28, 29.
28, 29. Yeah,
mate,
look it up. We get fact checked in this.
Yeah.
We don't tell no lies.
Yeah.
Especially not on the 3 Point podcast. We always spit in facts.
So he is 29 years old.
29, that's what I said.
So, yeah.
Oh, no, I said 27, you said 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think you couldn't have him on the bench as a Giroud just because he's going to be wanting to play in first team football.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Giroud doesn't want to. I think he does. But that's a whole different kettle of fish. But going back to it, though, do you think that starting him striker that game would have won you that game? Do you think that was a bad decision from Arteta? Or do you think that was maybe a play decision? Maybe Aubameyang wanted to come in from the left, or maybe Arteta had an idea with the press.
That's how Arteta's lined up, and that's how Arteta's lined up since he's taken over with Aubameyang on the left, and
he's been bagging he has got some goals
down the middle. Yeah, if I had to,
but I would have kept him a striker.
Yeah,
my personal opinion, I'd keep him a striker.
He's scoring.
Maybe play two up front instead of the.
Yeah.
What formation do you guys play? 4-3-3.
We play 3-4-3. Yeah.
3-4-3.
So we got 3-4-3, and we got a couple wing backs. But I could imagine how many goals Aubameyang would have for us if he played through the middle.
Exactly.
And he's on the left. But if I had to change that front three, if I was to play Aubameyang down the middle, I'd play Saka on the left, the youngster, because he's got like the most assists for us last season. He's only 19 years old.
That is a banging year.
And he played a lot as left wing back and left winger, and he did bits against West Ham.
Yeah, he did.
We did struggle to get over the line in that game, but he was, he looked pretty decent. He looked good against Leicester as well in the Carabao.
To cut you off quickly.
Yep.
Do you think that you guys could? Do you think that you guys played well in that game? Like, I believe you guys. My personal opinion, you guys had a really good game.
Yeah.
Despite the result, you guys really played well.
Yeah, for sure. Because under Emery, which we played.
Because I know the points matter, but I'm just saying you guys played well.
When we played Liverpool last season with Emery, we were just constantly.
You look shit.
Yeah, we were just.
That's the best way to put it, mate.
We were all
you look like a beatable side every time.
Yeah, exactly. And although, we conceded 3, and that our goal was a lucky goal, I do believe that there was a lot defensively. We've always been like a banter FC for defensively, like all the errors from Louise and all this sort of stuff. And now there's a little bit.
Mate, Louise is at our club, so you don't have to worry about that.
So it's harder to break down our defense, and you got to remember Liverpool, like, worlds apart from us, man. Like what Klopp's done at that
worlds
club,
apart from everyone. Miracle worker.
Yeah, like
fixed
honestly.
a mid-table team, bought some players in, made them superstars.
Yeah.
Now, is Arteta going to win more trophies this season? Last season, what did you guys win? The EFL?
FA Cup.
Yeah, FA Cup,
Yeah.
my bad. My bad. Undersold you right there. Quickly fix that up.
We beat you in the cup final, bro.
I
How
know.
did you forget that?
To be honest, that's the reason why I forgot it.
Yeah.
I don't want to remember losing a cup final, mate. I only remember the wins.
Exactly. Look, I genuinely think that
one hurt.
I genuinely think we can. The league's 100% out the question. That was never something that we were going for. I think
that's safe to say.
I think League Cup we're gonna. I don't know, because Arteta came as Guardiola's right hand man, and Guardiola used to go for the League Cup every season. So whether Arteta's gonna put the kids out like Wenger did and just see how far they go, or if he's going to try and win that. But I think we're going to mainly focus on FA Cup and Europa League, and I think especially more Europa League, because if we finish 5th, 6th in the Premier League and we win the Europa League, we still get that Champions League. You know, so I think the priorities for Arteta this season is all out in the Europa League, try and win it, and just try and finish in the top 4 spot and get back into that Champions League, get that money.
Right, that would be, because not as big money as the Champions League, but big money in the Europa League. It's a European competition.
Yeah.
Now, safe to say, there's a couple more things I'd like to cover about Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say them to last because I want you to have a deep thought about those things.
Ooh, okay.
I know you know what they are. Mr. Maitland.
Oh, Maitland-Niles, yeah. All right, yeah.
So I'll let you sit on that one.
Yeah.
Express your true thoughts. But going into the City-Leicester game.
Oh, yeah, I watched
5-2. I was going to say to City as I wrote down here, but no, to Leicester.
Yeah.
Mate, first of all, I just want to talk about the beautiful goal from James Maddison.
Oh, man, that's
Mate, top bins.
Mate, I was watching that with my dad.
Woo!
And it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And when he scored, I screamed the house. I was like, what the fuck,
bro? That was like Man City versus Leicester, bro.
Like,
it was.
You're gonna wake the neighbours up, but I was like, man,
look at that goal,
man.
It was a fucking banging goal. Know? It was a fucking smashing goal. But
that was a.
It was a banging goal.
Goal.
And then to go to Vardy real quickly as well, mate. Underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated striker. We talked about this before. Me and Marc had a little bit of a conversation.
Yeah.
Vardy probably one of the best strikers in the league on his day.
Yeah, 100%.
That if Ronaldo, Messi scored the goal he scored, that little back flick into the net.
Yeah.
Mate, that would have been talked about for weeks.
Yeah.
Vardy, mate, he puts them away. Like, it's just... On his day, there's a reason why he has the record for scoring most goals in the league. You know what I mean? At the same time, like consecutive games. You know?
Yeah.
What game? How many games was it? Look, fact check that. I don't want to guess. I'm gonna say I think it was 11. Yeah. 11 or 12 Premier League games
that you scored.
Yeah, consecutively in. There's a reason. Like on his day, this guy is an animal, and I would love to have him at my club. But he's a true legend. Staying 11 goals. Did I guess that?
Yeah,
I did guess that.
I think. Yeah.
I know my football.
Yeah.
But, you know, could have gone to Arsenal. But he stayed.
Yeah.
Good decision from him, I believe. You know, don't know why you would want to join that club anyway.
As well, before we move on from Vardy, although you support Chelsea and I support Arsenal, we have a common ground in supporting England.
Yes.
Now... I genuinely
Why
think...
is he not playing up front, partnered with Kane?
And I genuinely
like how Son and Kane play at fucking Tottenham.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is that not a thing?
Exactly. And people might have a go at me for my hatred for Tottenham. Fair enough. But I genuinely think what Vardy's doing at the moment is better than what Kane's doing at the moment. You know what I mean? Like,
well, just combine
consistently.
The two.
You know, even,
I'm not a Spurs
them,
lover. Don't get me, I hate Spurs.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I love Mourinho. So it's hard to hate him.
Yeah.
It's hard to hate him for me right now. It's like an ex-girlfriend that you know is toxic, but I want to rack some lines off her titties, you know? You want to do it. It has to happen, you know? But it can't happen. Yeah, so I do dislike them, but you can't, mate. Are you going to say Harry Kane's not a good striker?
No, I genuinely say Harry
Kane's
a good
debate,
striker.
okay. Vardy vs Kane. I'm asking that to everyone. But I honestly, if I had Vardy and Kane on my day, on their given day, that's a hard one, you know. Vardy, because I like my pacey players.
And also, I don't think Kane's won a Golden Boot yet.
Shit.
And I think Vardy beat Aubameyang last season to get
Golden Boot.
I don't know.
Mate, he's banging goals every season. Do not sleep on
James. exactly.
James Vardy, bro.
Jamie Vardy, sorry. I don't know whether Gareth Southgate's going to... has Vardy retired from England? Has he retired? I think he has.
I think he did retire from the international scene, didn't he?
But, man, imagine if...
No, he didn't. He still plays for... He still plays... I'll look it up.
Yeah.
But I don't think he retired.
And I'm going to look up and see if Harry Kane's gotten a Golden Boot. If he has...
little fact checks. But while I look this up, guys... Little short message. If you guys are enjoying the podcast...
All right,
let us know. But we're going to get the facts in now.
Kane has gotten 2 Golden Boots. Let's have a look, actually. We got the...
I was going to say, I don't think that was true.
Let's have a look. Vardy's gotten it...
I think he only has it twice.
He's only had it once, man. I've completely... my hatred for Tottenham's just...
Yeah, it's blinded you.
Blinded my stats.
Yeah, he only had it in the year that they won, 23 goals.
But mind you, Kane hasn't scored the same sort of...
not League Day one, sorry.
...figures in the past 3 seasons, man. 2016-17 was the last time Harry Kane got the Golden Boot. And he 29, 25. Man, actually, when you think about it,
He bangs in goals, mate. That's what I'm
Aguero
saying.
got 26 in 2015. Kane got 25 in 16.
That's what I'm saying. Harry Kane's a banging striker.
Kane got 29 in 17. Then Salah got 32
Yes,
in 18. And Uba, Mane and Salah got 22 and 19. So you go from 29, 25, 32 down to 22.
Yeah.
Top goal scorers of the whole league.
That's mad. That
And then
the
last
number
season-
league dropped, hey.
Then last season, 23.
Yeah, the numbers dropped. The numbers
have
did drop.
dropped. And you know what I reckon? VAR. Disallowing goals.
Oh,
Disallowing
100%
goals,
VAR
man.
adding in.
And, yeah. But
that game, coming back to the seat, let's go. We got on a little rant there. That was needed. So, Vardy did his thing, banging goals.
Yep.
Maddison then banged it in for the third, I think it was. And then there was a couple penalties after that. Or the second Maddison's was, I believe. The third goal was a penalty, then another penalty, and then I think it was no penalty to finish the game. Or 3 penalties. But do you think they were unavoidable penalties? I personally have wrote down here stupid penalties. I believe they were.
Yeah.
Walker doing a Christensen-like tackle in the box, just kind of pulling on his player.
Yeah.
Again, stupid in my opinion. To then having, I think it was Fernandinho again fouling, and then to Mendy, dumb. I don't know. How did you feel about it? Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the game, and I thought they were avoidable. They were silly mistakes, and from a team that you've got like a team like Man City.
It was very dumb. Like it was a very Chelsea-like performance.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Chelsea how they play sometimes.
Exactly.
With starting off with a banging goal from like a Hazard, like Mara scored his worldie, to then conceding like 3 goals in the space of like
it's insane. They
long.
were avoidable, and I think Guardiola will be quite.
Will he be exposed this season as a fraud? He's not a fraud, by the way. I'm just feeding into the headlines that have been already coming up. 3rd game of the season.
Yeah, I think.
Will he do anything? Will he win anything this season? Will he?
Yeah.
I don't think he wins the Champions League, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, you know what? You might have a go at me. You might,
disagree.
You disagree, whatever. But there's a similar, quite a decent stat is Guardiola hasn't been the same since Arteta left. And Arsenal.
Oh, big claims. Big claims.
Who'd have said when Emery was sacked that Arsenal would go and win an FA Cup? And beat.
This is big.
Beat United away. Beat Chelsea.
Beat City.
Beat City. Beat Liverpool.
Fucking hell. That's scary. That's why they scared me. You guys became well beaters.
Guardiola always tipped Arteta to take over from him.
He was mad. He was mad.
He was mad. I genuinely think because Arteta used to coach all the players, he used to do all the training with them, all that, and Guardiola just used to, do like the tactics. And even like you have like All or Nothing, when you watch the City All or Nothing, him and Arteta were so
quiet,
so close.
Oh, you mean like
yeah, they were so, Arteta was his proper
like the
right hand man, and since he left it, and I'm not just saying that it is Arteta, maybe the person who's replaced Arteta isn't the same. Yeah. But I can see from when Arteta took over that there's been a massive improvement in the club. And Aubameyang, one of the main reasons Aubameyang stayed with us was because of Arteta. And
so you're saying Guardiola, because Arteta has left, will not be the same manager now?
No, I still think he's a great
No, not
manager.
the same manager. Do you think that he was going to struggle?
Yeah,
he's missing. Do you reckon him missing Arteta is a big thing?
I think missing Arteta is a big thing. Yeah, especially halfway through a season, you kind of just go like, what the fuck am I meant to do now? And yeah, I think Arteta, because even Sterling credited Arteta for getting him playing so well. And
wow, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Sterling.
Mate, Sterling turned up a level.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
I thought that was Guardiola's doing, to be honest.
No, Arteta used to work with Sterling one-on-one, and that's why a lot of Arsenal fans are hoping that he does that with Pepe. So maybe, it could be something else.
Oh my God, that is exciting as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
I do want to change the topic of conversation back again to the huge injury list that Man City have. Big players out right now.
Yeah.
Laporte, he's back from injury, but he was on the bench. Fitness issues, I believe. Then you've got both Aguero and Gabriel Jesus out. Both with injuries for several weeks, I believe, on both of them. And they're playing a 17-year-old striker up front.
Yeah.
Liam Delap.
Yeah.
Now, mate, I watched the game. He didn't do anything, in my opinion. Anything special, anything worth really like.
No, yeah.
He didn't really. they were missing a big player out there, and I truly believe when I say that they missed Aguero.
Yeah,
Mate, they are missing Aguero.
And one player that they haven't replaced City that they're really missing is Company.
Vincent Company.
100%. And yeah, City. When I watched City against Leicester, they didn't seem like the Centurion side that Guardiola built. You know, with 100 points, 100 plus
mate,
points.
that side was next level, having David Silva, and all those players just balling.
And Klopp's just, to take it away again, but like, it's hard looking at City and going like against Leicester and going, they were like a beast of a team. They still are a beast of a team, but you'd never think. Imagine Liverpool right now, tomorrow, like say next weekend, Liverpool lost. Was City at home?
You can't tell anymore without these fans being there. I don't
exactly,
know.
Yeah, so but imagine if.
No, I don't believe. I do believe they're at home.
Yeah,
no, let me check. We got
fact check, mate. I think we're gonna have to.
Coming in.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have this fact check.
We might need a third person, honestly.
Yeah,
because
we're gonna have to hire a fact checker.
I thought you said a fact checker. I mean, I hope not.
City were at home. So imagine if Liverpool. This is
why fans make a big difference.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Imagine if Liverpool.
Yes.
Lost against Leicester 5-2 at home. You wouldn't.
But that's drop points.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's drop points. You should be beating Leicester. They're a great team. Do not get it twisted. But you should be beating Leicester.
Yeah.
You're City. Man City.
Yeah.
Oil money City. Yes, coming from the Mr. Oil Money man himself, but it's not oil money. It's Russian drug money.
So it just shows
That's what it is.
How much City have changed since the last time they won the league. And now,
it is a different team out there, isn't it? It is a different team.
It's like a different mentality as well, I think.
The players don't feel the same. They don't look the same. De Bruyne, banging player. Do you see his frustration when that Mendy tackled him?
Yeah.
Mate, he was raging. Mendy did that last penalty. De Bruyne had enough. Do you think he'll leave next season?
De Bruyne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Well,
it expires. Do you think someone will try to buy him?
It honestly depends on what City do this season.
They win nothing this season.
Yeah.
And they finish... I'm expecting them to finish second still.
Yeah, 100%.
But some players, they are I'm not saying they're not loyal, but they want to be winning. They want to be winning leagues.
Yeah, I just hope the one.
And if Liverpool come in,
imagine
Liverpool came in for De Bruyne.
The one thing, I guess, as any other, that would be wicked. But if you're a fan of any of the 19 other clubs besides Liverpool. The one thing that pissed me off last season was it got boring because it was like
I want a title race. I think everyone can agree on this. We all want a title race. So Chelsea, Man United, Man City, get your shit together. Arsenal, you don't really have to get your shit together. But all these big clubs that are meant to be challenged for a title, get your shit together.
Exactly.
Because I'm sick of watching Liverpool just win the league in the first 3 games of the season. Yeah. They've won the league, mate. Man City and Chelsea are doing nothing right now. Chelsea are doing better than Man City right now, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I just hope that this season, if Liverpool win the league, kudos to them. But from any other fan that's not a Liverpool fan, let's hope it's not 20-odd points or something, You
don't want
that. Let's have it go into at least, the final couple of months before we find out who's champion. Because then we're all just talking about, right, Liverpool's won the league, who's going to finish top 4? And that's boring,
It is boring.
It's boring because it takes away the fact if Liverpool play someone and drop points, it's like, oh shit, now City or someone else.
Well, it's just like, when there's not a top 4 race, you start to lose interest in who's winning the title and more so who's getting Champions League football too early in the season.
Yeah.
So, you don't want to be mid-season going, all right, who's getting Champions League? That's normally still looking for the title. And then it's just, it just ruins the whole league for me. But, that whole game, to be honest, summary for me, City versus Leicester, different. I both agree, different City team out there, not the same City team. Leicester again, showing that they are a good side, mate. Yeah, they are. They had quite a shocking year, 2 seasons ago, finishing 8th.
Question for you: we haven't spoken about this, but do you rate Brendan Rodgers
as a manager?
Yeah, because he got sacked from Liverpool, but then he did bits and Celtic.
To be fair, he's on his way back up. I think the Liverpool job when he took it. He did what he could with that team for his ability. You could see Klopp's his levels above Rodgers, but Rodgers is not a bad manager, mate. He's doing all right. But some of that game, I just believe that really City got to step up and improve. Moving on to the next game we want to talk about. It's a pretty weird game. The Tottenham Newcastle game. Now, this one has raised some eyebrows. This one definitely raised some eyebrows. I know you don't want to admit it, but Tottenham did dominate that
Tottenham
game.
dominated. They should have won it. They should have ended that game 4-5-0.
Yeah.
That Newcastle goal should have just been
So what was the stat you told me? So Mark gave me an interesting stat about Newcastle this season.
Newcastle have only had 3 shots this season and scored
3 shots
all 3.
and 3 goals.
Yeah.
Mate, the most clinical team in the league.
Yeah, and it's mental. But, they should have just been a consolation goal from Newcastle. Tottenham weren't clinical enough.
And that cost them. It did cost them. These things happen. We know this now.
Yeah,
VAR will cost you.
Big thing.
1-0 is not a safe result.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been such a big thing if Tottenham had won the game. If Tottenham had won the game, they gave away a penalty.
It would have been mad, but it would have been like,
fair enough, The bigger thing would have been the Bruno Fernandes last-minute penalty again because it cost a big.
Yeah, we'll get into that because that is a big talking point. That is a big talking point, guys.
Tottenham should have finished that game. They should have killed that game off, and that penalty should have been a. But obviously, I enjoy, and just like Tottenham fans would, they enjoy when Arsenal fail. I enjoy when Tottenham fall up. I enjoyed the fact that Tottenham drew with Newcastle, and I still believe that it shouldn't have been a penalty. The VAR rule is mental.
Right. Shocking rule.
Yeah, the new rule where your hand has to be,
So the new rule is for people that don't know, is if the ball is now hit onto a player, and is then directly involved in a goal, is handball.
Yeah,
that was the rule that they put into play. But what the rule also states is if the ball is hit off a player's arm, but then continues on in a passage of play, either a pass or a dribble, and then is intercepted again by the same team, they score, is not handball. Yeah. So that happened with Chelsea's goal. Havertz handballed it, but then got tackled by a West Bromwich Albion player, then kicked it back, and then we scored. In the passage of play to get the equaliser to Tammy.
Yeah.
So the new handball rule is weird, but we got some good news. It has been reviewed.
Yeah.
They've had a meeting about it. It's now been changed. It's now from the below the armpit down.
Yep.
Is a handball, to state that, just so you guys know.
Yep.
And they're going to be a lot more lenient with the decisions. So if it's very, minor and it's not really affecting it, it won't be called. But that's hard to officiate. There's a lot it's a lot of guessing games. So one referee might be like, "Oh, that wasn't that's too much."
Exactly.
But then one ref might next week be going Man United. Yeah, they're losing.
Yeah,
we'll give them Penn United. We'll give them a penalty.
Yeah. Shout out to Liam.
Liam, I'm sorry. It's true. I know you're listening. It is true.
Yeah, but VAR when it was first the reason why one of the big things that happened why VAR was introduced was Lampard's goal.
Against the World Cup against Germany, which would have changed the game.
Yeah,
would have changed
technology.
the game.
Yeah. And when VAR was introduced, it was clear and obvious errors. But then last season, we had 2-3 minutes for them to decide what the fuck they're doing. They're drawing stupid lines. And
mate, that's too much.
Obvious.
It's not obvious. Why are we going? It's not obvious. Don't call it.
Yeah, exactly. If it takes longer than
2 minutes, a minute, not
exactly,
even.
We're
becoming rugby at this point.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been to our local team, Perth Glory, and VAR's there
Shout out Perth Glory.
Shout out PGFC.
Might be folding, but stay up PGFC.
Yeah, but I've been to Perth Glory last season. They've got VAR there now, and when there's a VAR decision, we're just saying there what's happening? It's
you don't know what's going on,
and the players are
just as confused.
They've scored a goal. They're back.
They don't know whether to celebrate. They don't know, it ruins the whole flow of the game.
And the fans
mate, I saw it. Tammy didn't know he celebrated, but then he wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So
VAR, I still think it should just be clear and obvious, but that's really scrutinising the game and it's taking the fun out of it. Honestly, I'm starting to get pissed bored with it.
And that game was all it wrote. Really, it was a pretty dominant performance from Tottenham. Should have finished the game off. They didn't. And cost them the game. They've dropped 3 points.
Now they have to accept that
took a draw.
That's now in the world of VAR, you have to, if they don't change VAR, if it doesn't get fixed, you have to be clinical. You have to
take your chances. You have to win games out. They cannot be no longer 1-0 because VAR last minute.
Yeah,
you've seen it. And we're gonna cut into the Man United game because this is a good transfer here.
Yeah,
mate, I'm sorry, but if the full-time whistle is blown, VAR should not come into play.
That's right.
I don't care if it is the wrong decision.
Yeah.
I don't care if my team got robbed. It's the
even
mate. The game is over.
Yeah.
Call it when the game's live.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think the play went into the 96th minute anyway. I believe so.
Yeah. And I think they scored in the 100th minute.
They scored in but the penalty came in the 96th minute.
Yeah, and I agree with you, man. If the whistle's been blown, you can't go back and retake, call a penalty or call an offside. That's the ref's decision. Really, if like we said, clear and obvious, VAR's had to come back and scrutinise a handball, whatever, and then given a penalty. I think if it's not a clear and obvious handball, no penalty, the whistle's blown, it's 2-2. It finished. It was 3-2, wasn't it? Yeah.
3-2.
Would have been 2-2.
They got the win, but it was a very annoying 3 points.
Yeah, it was kind of like it's kind of like the second coming of Fergie time.
It's just like the reason it stood. I'm reading up here now, is the Brighton boss Graham Potter. He came out and said, "I don't know where the extra time came from." But as the article says here, Bruno Fernandes converted a penalty deep into added time as Manchester United snatched a dramatic 3-2 winner. The decision to award a United penalty came after referee Chris Kavanagh had blown the full-time whistle at the Amex Stadium. So why was the game brought back for United to take the match-winning penalty? Let's have a look. So apparently the VAR, according to the sport, initially blowing the full-time whistle, to which it is saying here, get to the point article, come on, here we go. Simply because the full-time whistle was blown after the incident and not before, and the incident took place in normal time, the VAR, Simon Hooper, was able to check irrespective of the full-time whistle that followed.
Yeah.
So because it was simply before the full-time whistle, and, it took place in normal time, that's why it was cool.
Yeah.
That article came from the stupid SkySports.com, wasting your time. Fake news, I'm joking. But honestly, that game was a bit of a shambles for United. You can see the defence is shaky, having to rely on Fernandes to save them in penalties. And again, as we spoke privately, sorry, Liam, Man United, favoured from the refs, it seems.
Yeah, it's like Fergie time back again.
It really is. It really is.
United's a weird kettle of fish, man. Like we were talking about earlier, 100+ million for just Sancho. Sancho is not going to turn their season around.
We'll definitely get into later. But that is a good touch on that subject because they need to spend that on their defence. But we'll get deeper into that. Sum up really that game. Just to be honest, it's just another shitty performance from Man United. That's straight by to get them a win. 100%. But you cannot lie. Rashford's goal was quality.
Yeah, quality.
Great goal from Rashford. I do think he's levels. As an English fan, mate. Sat down about 3 defenders and slotted it in like no one was watching. Yeah. Which, to be honest, there was no fans in the stand. So maybe that is making a difference with players. I think we need to talk about that. Yeah. But we'll go on to Everton. Dark horse this season.
Yep.
Mate.
I'm
Carson Ancelotti's team again grabbing another 3 points.
Yeah, I'm genuinely worried about Everton with James Rodriguez. And
give me your thoughts on the Everton side.
Yeah, Alan Doucouré, James Rodriguez, they look good. They've got a shiny new midfield, man, and
it is shiny.
And they look dangerous. They're one team that I am genuinely worried about playing. That's not a top 6 side,
I mean, they did only beat Crystal Palace 2-1. I did not watch the game.
No, yeah.
But from what I saw against, the previous games against West Brom. It honestly did scare me. 5-2 against West Brom. And watching that game, Rodriguez, everyone played. Just watching how they moved the ball, how Ancelotti's team played. It was beautiful. Yeah. Even against Tottenham, that game, I watched that game, the Everton-Tottenham game. Yeah. Because I had bet Everton to beat Tottenham. I believed them from the start of the season. I won my mate, Russo, 250 buccarinis, mate. Yeah. Straight down to his bank.
Yeah.
Because...
Shout out to Roos.
Yeah. Shout out Russo. Yeah. But honestly... I did know that Everton were going to do bits this season. Signing Ancelotti, signing James Rodriguez, signing their star players. Calvert-Lewin starting off this season to a banging in a hat-trick, second game. Yeah. He's doing bits right now. So, honestly, Everton, my prediction, I've changed it. Top 4 candidates, I'm telling you now. Could even win the league.
They've honestly got to, at minimum...
I'm calling it, mate.
At minimum, I think they've got to be looking at finishing a Europa League spot.
Oh, 100%. They have to finish... Okay, being realistic, they have to get European football. Yeah. They have to get European football.
And I don't
it's going to be tough, though.
I don't know when the last time Everton had European football,
Not for a while. You can look that up.
But, the top... the European football places in the league, it's going to be... It's going to be interesting, because you've got Tottenham, United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Everton. You've got Wolves, you've got Leicester, you've got Sheffield United don't look as good as they were last season so far.
Well, it wasn't too long ago. They played in the Europa League in the 2017-2018.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah.
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 So they weren't in it too long ago.
But they've got Ancelotti now, which I rate him as a manager, and
I do rate him.
Yeah, and I think,
as a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
Beautiful manager. Won us a league title. Won us many titles.
So if they finish Europa League spot, I think that's a step in the right direction, and they can build on from there. They can attract more better players, and yeah, Rodriguez was a steal. People thought he'd be a flop, but the thing is he comes from teams of like Madrid and Barcelona who go and snatch up all these players. You even look at Gareth Bale, man, couldn't even make it into the first team in Madrid. Kept on being on the bench, reserves, and yeah, okay, he hasn't played for Tottenham yet since he's come on loan, but they keep hoarding all these big players, and then they sleep on him. They sleep on him, and then Rodriguez goes to someone like Everton, and now he's doing bits.
It is mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it is mad to see him go to a team like Everton and do absolute wonders there, and really showing his like ability as a coach and as a manager, should I say, more so. Like, he really is a top quality manager. He's doing it at the small teams.
Yeah, and
I'm not saying it's a small club. They're not a small club. They're a big club. But I just feel like it's a smaller team in the big clubs, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I think, don't sleep on Bale as well. I think Bale, I reckon he'll do some good stuff for Tottenham. I think Bale's son and Kane, that's going to be quite dangerous. If they can keep Bale fit through the season, Tottenham have got a good front line there.
I mean, we definitely do. They definitely do, sorry.
Yeah.
But going on to the next topic, the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Now, this is a bit more recent.
Yeah.
But this happened the other night for me. Last night for me, but when this gets loaded, probably about a couple nights ago. Chelsea, losing to Spurs. Am I mad about it? Not really. Am I disappointed? Yes.
Yeah.
We should have killed the game off. It did piss me off a little bit, but I'm not too mad. Due to the reason why there was some positives. Mendy played well. Showed some great saves. As much as I called him, he's a bang average keeper in my opinion. He did well. He actually did well.
He's got to prove himself.
He dropped the ball, but as a debut was alright. The goal conceded was dumb, sloppy. Defense looking shambles again, and we should have killed the game off. Really, we scored the first goal and just failed to kill the game off. And like we talked about before, 1-0 leads punish you. Teams will punish you. You sit back, you defend, you will get punished, and we got punished. And there was a bit of chatter on the sidelines between Mourinho and my boy Lampard.
And Dyer had to go off and take a shit.
Dyer had to go take a shit apparently.
Which man,
it was a bit of a weird game.
If I was a manager, when was that? About the 60th minute? It was 1-1.
It was 1-1. No, 1-0 because the 80th minute they scored.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it was like just before penalty shootout.
Man, your centre half going off against Chelsea, I'd be stressed as a manager, you know what I mean? Like,
it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's the first time I've heard of it.
Out there,
Why have you not shat before the game? These are the big questions we should be asking. But like, honestly, Chelsea weren't scoring. It was a positive, huge positive for me. He's going to be hopefully banging the goals now in the league.
Maybe just need that
one goal because he looked very relieved when he scored that.
Yeah.
And I think he's hungry. I think that's he's turned his hunger up. But how do you feel as the Carabao Cup? Do you think it's an important cup, as in the sense of, because Klopp has made comments, which we both mentioned about not wanting to start his senior squad in it. Mourinho again came out in the press earlier this week saying, there's not enough money in the Carabao Cup to care about it, which then he went and won the game, to be fair.
Yeah.
But he said he will try his best, but at the end of the day, he'd love to fight for the cup, but there's not enough money in it.
Yeah.
Compared to the Champions League, should I say.
Well, look, at the end of the day, it's a trophy.
A cup's a cup, isn't it? A trophy's a trophy.
But it's a League Cup. It's always tarnished with that. It's a third-tier trophy in the...
Because every team's involved in it.
So, I mean, it always goes Premier League, FA Cup. League Cup. And then you got, like, the Championship, Checker Trade and all that sort of stuff. But, it's important for I honestly believe it's important for the smaller clubs, not the big six. I think the further they get, the more money they get, which they don't have. But look, if we got knocked out against Liverpool, which I think we're playing tomorrow, I wouldn't be disappointed. However, I don't think we will get knocked out because I think Klopp's going to try and just lose that competition, get out the comp and just focus on League, Champions League.
I think he'll do the same, to be honest.
And
wouldn't surprise me if he did.
Yeah. I genuinely think, I hope that Arteta takes the approach of...
Because they want to win the league,
yeah,
in reality.
And Carabao Cup's just a nonsense.
And imagine your star player getting injured like Salah.
Yeah.
You can't be having that, especially in a game of that importance.
Yeah. I hope Arteta takes on and plays the kids and just see how far we get and potentially integrate him into the first team,
Yeah. All right, now we're going to go on to a bit of transfer news.
Yeah.
We spoke about before, Barkley to Aston Villa. We did go into detail on that, so we'll probably leave that at that. We did cover that, but that is, again, just touching up on it, another big signing for Villa. They're looking strong this season. 2 wins from 2 games.
Clean sheets.
Looking good. Yeah. Okay, so going on to Man City, do you think they need to make some signings? Maybe a new striker,
100%.
a new left back, new centre back, something going on down there they need because
they don't look the same.
They signed Ake, to be fair. They signed and he's a great player. Scored a goal actually.
Yeah.
But do they need they need more defensive options. They really do. Even if it's just some bench players, they need something there because they're struggling.
I don't know whether it's a recruitment or what's going on at City, but when you have a look and see how the season finished last season and see the distance between Liverpool and City should have just, we've seen City before, like once they don't win a trophy, Guardiola would be hurting, that he hasn't won the league last season.
Yeah, 100%.
He would be upset. He would have been upset that he got knocked out of the FA Cup. He's a hungry manager. I genuinely think that, I don't know how they're recruiting now, whether Guardiola goes out and chooses his targets or whether it's like the director of football stuff that they have nowadays where they get told who to bring in.
The board
I need a left back. All right,
yeah.
well, these are the left backs we found. But they haven't got that identity of Guardiola. So I think, Guardiola needs to sign some players.
They need to make some good signings because they really are struggling. Like we said, they lost the identity. They're not looking like a good side at the moment. Yeah. Not a side that can definitely beat Liverpool every week.
Yeah, let's not.
We're comparing. We're not comparing City to the rest of the league, guys. Yeah. We're comparing City to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because let's not get it twisted. City is a fucking brilliant side.
They're
a banging side. We're saying, in terms of them wanting to compete with Liverpool, this is the levels you have to talk about nowadays because Liverpool are that good. And it shows that.
As we said, could you see Liverpool losing at Anfield 5-2, which they haven't lost in over 60 games?
Yeah, no, I don't see it happening.
If they were to lose, it would be a dogged fight, 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 sort of result. It would not be 5-2. That's ridiculous,
100%. All right, before I forget, because I just remembered, Arsenal, Nathan Miles, creative mid. What's going on? Because Ozil vanished. What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me.
I don't know. I don't want Maitland-Niles to go. He's a homegrown English lad. He's been at the club his whole
academy player
career. Yeah. And he put in it was really good. He put in a man of the match performance against Liverpool in the Charity Shield. And when he got back to the dressing room, checked his phone and he got a message from Gareth Southgate saying you've been called up to the England squad.
No way.
He wasn't in the initial England squad, and because of that performance in the Charity Shield, he got called up.
That is insane.
And he wasn't even playing in his normal... Well, he has been playing left wing back recently. Normally he's a right wing back and a central midfielder.
What foot is he? Right or left?
I think right-footed. I think let's fact check this.
Fact check.
Mate, I think it's going to have to be called the Fact Check Podcast.
Oh my god, is that a probable name? The Fact Check Podcast.
Oh, mate. No, I think we're going to need to we're going to have to hire a
maybe Liam.
Yeah,
we get Liam or Russo. Russo be good at fact checking.
Yeah,
man knows what he's looking for.
Yeah, he's right-footed.
Right-footed.
So right-footed, and I for 22 million going to a direct rival as well. Look. I genuinely, as an Arsenal fan, if United get him, he's a steal. But he's not going to fix their stuff. He's versatile. He can. He's pacey and he's got a good cross on him. But again, Kroenke and our board over the past 5 years have not put a single penny into the club, and the targets we want to get, the midfielders, we're after Houssem Aouar and Thomas Partey. We're going to have to raise funds by selling players. So that looks like Kolasinac and potentially Maitland-Niles. We're trying to move on Guendouzi. No one wants him for his attitude. No one can afford to pay Ozil his wages.
He's staying, isn't he? He's not planning on leaving.
His contract
he's got vanished from the squad, though. I don't think by Arteta. I do believe it's been from the board.
Yeah.
He played, like you told me, every pre-COVID lockdown game and in the
Yeah.
preseason and then dropped. So it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah. So
But
yeah.
You can wrap it up. What do you think? Do you think that you're going to get a new
Maitland-Niles would be
signing?
a stupid sale. I think we have too many bang average players on Champions League wages. They're getting paid so much. Socrates, Kolasinac.
They are getting paid a lot of money, aren't they?
And they're not
like
Champions League
150k
football,
a week,
you know,
200k a week.
exactly. And we're struggling to sell them because not only
No one's willing to pay those wages.
it's the wages that's a big issue. And I think the board
To
is
a
going
bail.
over Arteta's head and saying we're going to have to sell Maitland-Niles, and Arteta's saying no, I want to keep him.
But why is that? Because it's a choice of the player. Obviously, Nathan Miles
Yeah.
wants to go to a club like Man United, though.
Yeah, but I think Maitland-Niles
With them struggling, how they're going?
Yeah.
Or maybe like we talked about before, does he have a choice? Are the board saying something we don't know about?
Yeah.
Where he's kind of being, maybe you should go
Yeah.
because if you don't go, we're going to vanish you to the
Yeah.
fucking
Exactly. But
subs. The
you've got
fucking
to
under
remember as
23s.
well, we're struggling. I was looking up the other day. I don't know exactly the facts or anything, but we're struggling with our homegrown quota.
Yeah.
So we got rid of Emmy to Aston Villa. He's homegrown, and now we're going to get rid of Maitland-Niles. If we get rid of them,
Yeah, your homegrown talent's just going.
Yeah, and
It's
we've
not
got
staying at the
with
club.
them. We've got to sell.
Like Chelsea's keeping theirs at the club at the moment.
Yeah, and we're looking at signing.
Normally we got rid of them.
Yeah. Now we're looking at signing Owa and Partey. We've got to get rid of 4 players.
He's a Chelsea academy graduate, I'm pretty sure. Partey.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, I did not know that. We'll fact check that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look it
yeah.
up. I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's from Chelsea academy. I could be wrong, but I do believe he did play for Chelsea.
Yeah. Oh, let me have a look. Oh, bro. Oh, yeah, you keep talking, man. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna-
And we're waiting. We're going to get the
Yeah.
facts in. But, I do think Arsenal are in need of a new midfield. Just
Yeah.
more creative midfielder. They got too many people that are like things. I could be wrong here.
Nah, he's always been at Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
But-
I'm wrong.
But
There's a guy with a similar name. I'm going to find out who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
You keep
I-
talking. I think he plays at Brighton.
I rate Arteta. I think he could do brilliant at our club. I think he could win us a league eventually. I think he could win us the Champions League eventually. But we're not a club that's been backed by our owners. And
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, we can't even sign players at like 30 odd million. We've got people like Everton and that are spending more than us. And we're trying to get into the Champions League positions. My biggest concern is that if Arteta isn't backed, he's going to go, right, well, I'm going to go to a club that does back me.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because he's going to jeopardise what his career statistics are with the winning trophies and that. You go, oh, well, you've been at Arsenal for 4 or 5 years, only won a couple
My
of
bad,
FA
not
Cups.
Partey. It was completely wrong. It was Lamptey.
Lamptey. Right,
Yes.
yeah.
The reason I got the names confused, dead set, was a Tay at the end.
Tay,
Yeah.
Partey, Lamptey, yeah.
That was why.
Gotcha.
Names
Yeah.
got confused, but the facts are in. We
Yeah.
do not lie on this podcast.
So I think Arteta could do good stuff at Arsenal, but he has to be backed. And like I said, my biggest concern is that he's going to walk after a couple of seasons if he's not given the funds.
100%. All right, moving on. Sancho.
Yeah.
Man United.
Yeah.
They're signing Sancho worth apparently. He's going to reject the offer, or Borussia Dortmund are rejecting the offer of $93 million or
Yeah.
pound. I can't remember which one it was.
It's fucking mental what's
mental.
going on at United.
They need to sort that out. Spend it
remember
more on the defense.
I remember growing up as a kid and just having United constantly. It still breaks my heart that RVP went to United and all that. And now to see them go from where they were to now, it's insane. I always thought United would be a staple, top 4, top 3, top 2 side. But
I know,
now,
I don't think they want to win titles
and-
anymore. I think they're just playing for Champions League.
And I don't
True
know-
Geordie said it best on
Yeah.
True Geordie podcast.
And I don't know why United want to spend so much on one player when they've got so much to work on. They should be spreading out the money in different positions with 20 million here, 30 million there, another 20 million here, and
Yep.
just work on it. I don't...
Agreed. No, 100% agreed.
Sancho's not going to fix everything. It's not going to flick a switch and go, right, Sancho's in, done.
Yeah, he
done.
may be able to get you some more goals. But at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
leave
the
him.
reason he's worth so much money, he is a
English.
baller, a great baller. I would love him at my club. We tried signing him. But at the end of the day, he's an English young player, and you're paying 90 mil. I get it's football these days, but bro, that money is insane. Spend it on your
Yeah.
defense.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Marc, popping over another beer.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
on,
gonna-
son.
I'm gonna
Pop it
pop-
open.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna pop one open. I'm gonna put
Hold up. Get that ASMR in there.
Yeah, mate. There we go.
There we go. Hopefully you heard that. But now I want to move on quickly. Back to kind of like more so the big news for this season as a Chelsea fan. Oh,
What the fuck was that?
it unplugged your
Oh,
charger.
unplugged.
We're all good though.
Oh, we're all good. We got plenty of battery.
Got plenty of battery. The only problem that I really have this season, this is just going completely off topic. That's me wrapping up the transfer news. Guys, we're just going to move on from that because honestly, I'm sick of hearing.
We got like literally like a week now to the transfer window.
Yeah,
starts.
and I
It's
think
so
I'm
weird,
just
isn't it?
sick of hearing all these transfer news and rumors. I want to see signings. So I'm going to leave it now because I'm so sick of speculating who people are going to sign, if people are going where, people are leaving. And also I just want to talk about Chelsea for a second because I want to just, as a true Chelsea fan here, I want to speak on some things. As expecting us to win the league with these signings.
Well, do you think you're going to win the league?
No.
You don't think?
I thought we were going to win
We
the
had
league.
this poll as well.
Yeah, we had this poll.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to. Okay, let me explain this. I had a moment of we could win the league.
Yeah.
With the squad we had, I said there is a chance that we could win the league due to how good the squad is. Realistically speaking, though, we need the squad to gel. Now, I was pretty excited early on when certain players were playing, and I was like, there could be a chance here. And then, got brought back to reality pretty quickly. But we need time. But one thing that needs to be fixed is their goals conceded, especially away from home. We've got the Premier League away record here right now for Chelsea in front of us.
This last season?
This is last season.
Right, yeah.
All right. So 21 goals. 21 games, sorry. Not goals. 21 games. 10 won. 4 drawn. 7 lost. Now, first of all, away from home record for a top 6 club, pretty shit. Especially away from home losses. That should be 2. I would take 2 losses. I would take have 3 more draws,
Yeah.
and I'll take 10 wins. I would take 10 wins, from that many games, 21 games. To be honest, I wouldn't take 10 wins, but nowadays I would, just as the standards have dropped. I would take about probably to win a season, you'd probably need to take at least 18 wins there from 21.
Yeah.
This is the scary part though. Goals 45, conceded 42. Now, if that doesn't show you a problem with our defense and Kepa, mate, I don't know who you're talking.
Yeah.
What games you're watching.
Yeah.
Kepa again, shocking. Let's go back onto him. He's lost his confidence. He's not, and I feel bad for him. He's a good keeper on his day, but he's lost his confidence. I think the Sarri incident caught up to him, and our manager Kepa's just gone.
Just in case no one's a Premier League fan,
Yeah,
blah,
you're
blah,
not
blah.
sure,
Do you want
can
to
I just hear him
explain
through?
what happened with Kepa and Sarri?
Yeah, I'll explain the incident I've got some mates that don't really follow the Premier League like we do, and that kind of scene. So Kepa, indeed, before he was a manager for one game. Now, we were versing Man City. It was a final of a.
Is that Wembley, wasn't it?
I think it was a final. Can you check this
yeah,
one?
I'll
It was either a
fact
semi or a final. I believe it was a final. Now, to give you a bit of back check, the plan was if we went to penalties to bring Caballero on because he knows the City players. He came from City. He's actually a very good penalty saver. He's had played in the Prem longer. He knew the players longer. It made perfect sense. Kepa refused to come off. This was just before extra time. The League Cup final. Kepa refused to come off. He refused. Sarri lost his temper, stormed out the ground, which looked like he was quitting, almost giving up on the club, to then him walking back out and then giving up. Supposedly just letting Kepa stay on. Now, Caballero, if you look at the sideline, is confused as fuck. He's like, bro. And then it was just a shambles for our club. The meme hasn't stopped. I still see on everything, Kepa the manager. And fuck me, it's annoying. It is annoying.
Yeah.
I hate it because I'm like, bro, it was one event that's been fucking rinsed now. It's boring. But
and one perk with no crowds at the moment is you can hear the players yelling at each other. And you showed me
I
a
showed
video
him this clip.
Kepa.
There's a corner coming in. I think it's against Man United, and Kepa just does not come for the ball. It's in his area. There's the wall, the zonal marking, so there's the space between the defenders and the 6-yard box for Kepa to come and collect the ball. he hesitates, doesn't collect it, loses confidence, and the ball just ends up. I think we nearly conceded a goal from it in the clip.
Yeah. And
So
they're
then,
like, fuck's sake, Kepa.
yeah, they're like, and you hear Rudy go, "Fuck's sake, Kepa!" Like these guys are mad, bro. So that just shows the team aura around his ability and goal. I'm sure they are supporting him as a team, but at the end of the day, people are having this conversation behind closed doors about his ability.
Yeah. And
Lampard clearly had to get Mendy in, and that's why we signed him. Will it make a difference this season? Who knows? But you can't do worse than last season and expect to get top 4. We were lucky to get top 4 with that. But honestly, is any other topics that you really wanted to talk about?
Yeah, there's a few things that I wanna ask you.
Go ahead.
Now, Liverpool won the Champions League.
Yes.
Liverpool won the league the following season.
Okay.
Now, what's next for Liverpool? My question is, do you think Liverpool now need to win multiple trophies in one season to be like, wow, right, they've gone up to like next step? And I'm not talking about Champions League, but they've got to like win a double or treble. Like the classic teams, like the classic United treble.
I think to go to that next level, they need to win maybe a treble. I would love to see a league, FA Cup, Champions League, not from them.
Yeah.
I don't want them to do that, but I think if they do that, that's the titles I'd have to get. At the end of the day, I'm not a Liverpool hater. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but you can't hate on Klopp.
Yeah,
that man is any club would.
Yeah, man, I want a Klopp.
I want a Klopp at my club. He's a beautiful man with beautiful teeth.
Oh man,
and a beautiful accent.
Did you see what happened? I sent you the video with Kane.
Yeah,
Kane.
You talk about that quickly.
Sloppy.
That was funny.
And also calling Messi a good player.
Yeah,
because he couldn't afford.
He just is a funny guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure he doesn't mean to be
Klopp.
Disrespectful, but he's so rude in the most nicest way.
Yeah.
Even him and Lampard's exchange, where he just said,
the
way he spoke about Lampard. No, yeah, Lampard said that about him, but the way he spoke about Lampard after the game was respectful, but just so jabby. It was just such he's still new to the magic. Just reminding him that he's a new boy. It was just so funny.
Yeah,
putting Lampard in his place a little bit.
Yeah, so I reckon they've got to win a couple of trophies this season. I feel like they went all out in the Champions League, and I reckon they went all out in the Premier League, and they kind of put one competition aside. Now they need to sort of spread it and go, right, we need to dominate in
100%.
multiple competitions, so yeah, that's my take on it. And
my take is they need to win the treble to go to the next level, but I think they win the league again, they retain the league, that again proves them as a club. They've retained the league. That's a big. I haven't seen a club retain the league in a while since I think City did it.
Yeah.
I think they're the last team to retain the league. Actually, look that up. Who was the last team to retain the league?
Back-to-back leagues.
Back-to-back leagues, indeed.
I
believe it was City.
Back.
But I might be wrong.
Premier League titles. Last time was.
Oh. We can look at here. Premier League season. You just go to Premier League seasons. It should come up.
Yeah.
Go up to that Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Boom. Scroll down. I'll tell you each year.
Oh, yep.
Seasons.
Champions, right. So, City, yeah.
City was the last team to do it.
1890. Liverpool do it. I'm sure that there'd have to be something that would go. It would have to be like a major injury crisis for City for Liverpool to just.
I just don't know. I think Liverpool might return title. I change my mind.
No, they will. I reckon they will. But the only way that
they wouldn't. But
the only way that Liverpool won't retain it is if they have like a mad injury crisis, like Salah
100%.
Mane get injured. But mind you, they got Jota now and all that. They look dangerous.
They do look dangerous.
I'm worried. Another question is, who do you reckon the first manager is to get sacked?
To get sacked?
Yeah, Big Six, not the whole.
Oh yeah, Big Six. I was gonna say Big Six. Ole or Jose?
I'm gonna go Jose.
Yeah.
The only thing I can
go wrong very quickly there.
Only thing if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be worried. Only because of your track record of sacking
I
managers.
do believe that, but I think Frank's been given time.
I hope he is.
And I think even though they gave him these signs this season, I think he will be given to the end of the season.
I hope he does, because I used to hate that Chelsea just used
got
to
rid of managers so quickly.
Straight away.
Yeah. I think he'll be given to. He's a Chelsea legend. It's a different Brett Kiss. The reason he came into the club, he's loved at the club. Is a franchise for the club now. They've started like a franchise. You know what I mean? Like they've started like a movement because he's homegrown and he's not homegrown, but he's he is homegrown. He came from West Ham, but a Londoner. So it is a loved manager and a loved player at the club, and I just feel like the respects are there to keep him to the end of the season. if he doesn't get top 4, do I think he stays at the club? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I know how, those players, if they worked under a different manager, could probably do bits.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Lampard's a bad manager. I think he's a good manager. I just don't think he knows his style of play yet.
Yeah.
Or his starting 11.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
100%. And
That was all I'd say about that.
quick rally off with fixtures.
All right, yeah, we're rallying up. Go on.
Chelsea Palace.
Chelsea Palace. We're doing predictions?
Yeah.
Let's do some predictions. I
Yeah.
like this. All right. Chelsea Palace. I'm going to say 3-2 to Chelsea.
3-2, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon we're going to leak goals again. I reckon it's going to be...
Zaha's going to run.
I think we'll leak some stupid goals. It could
Who-
all well be 3-0.
Who you having start Mendy or Kepa?
I think it'll be Mendy.
Mendy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to say a Chelsea win. I reckon they're going to win 2-0.
2-0? Okay.
I reckon
okay.
it's just going to be
Take
a
that.
bounce back. I think Lampard won't be happy with
Yeah, I think it'll be a bounce
the
back
past
too.
couple of performances. I don't think you'd be too bothered with the Carabao Cup exit. I mean, it's penalty shootout.
The only reason I said 3-2 is just because of Zaha.
Yeah, 100%. But I reckon even though home grounds doesn't make much difference anymore,
Still does, but
Yeah.
not to the extent.
Everton, Brighton. I'm going to go
Everton, obviously.
Yeah,
The only reason I went for a second there was just because I remember that Karzan's close in that team, so easily. Yeah, I reckon Everton. I'm going to say, to be honest, Brighton Hove I've been getting goals, so I'm going to say 3-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4-1 to Everton.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4-1. I reckon, they'll concede. I reckon VAR will play a part in Brighton's goal, though.
The reason I'm saying so many goals, it has been high scoring so far.
Yeah, 100%. Leeds City. Now, that's a game of the world. Yeah, that is one of the games of the week.
This is going to be a hard game to call. This could either be like a really low scoring game, like a 2-0, or this could be a fucking another Leicester game for City's in City's favour. I'm going to say 4-2 to City. I think they're going to leak goals, but I think they'll see it through with the quality they have.
I'm going to say 3-1 to City.
Okay.
I think Guardiola's going to fucking drill them.
I 100% think he will,
Leicester's,
yeah.
And I think they're going to bounce back, and I think... I think City will win it. I think it will be difficult, and I don't think it will be as open as the scoreline suggests.
Yeah.
I think they'll just be more clinical, and it will just... Yes, I'm going to go 3-1. You go 4-2?
Yep, 4-2.
4-2. Newcastle-Burnley.
Newcastle-Burnley, I'm expecting Burnley to win that game. Newcastle have not been great. Neither have Burnley, but Burnley is still...
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. That's a tough... I'm going to say 0-0.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a draw. Doesn't really
I reckon
matter.
we get our first 0-0 of the season. We haven't had one yet.
I'm going to go 1-0 to Burnley. Okay. I think... I don't know, actually. I don't know. Hopefully Newcastle get another shot this season.
They can't bang the scoring rate.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
100%.
Yeah, I'm undecided on that. I'm going to go 1-0 Burnley. Leicester, West Ham.
Now, this is interesting because West Ham shocked me the other day with their result. I think they got
Against
4...
Wolves?
I think it was 4-0. So
Yeah.
that did surprise me. So I'm going to say West Ham to lose. I know it's a bit shocking, but after seeing Leicester's performance 5-2 against City, I think they'll continue on. I'm going to say 2-0.
I'll say 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
2-1, yeah. Oh, actually...
I haven't made the same prediction yet. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm going to go Leicester win, but I feel like West Ham's win was a little bit of a fluke.
Okay.
Against... but man, Wolves are good.
They are good, and they have a good side.
So unpredictable, because I thought West Ham haven't been...
They were shit. No, they are shit.
Yeah, and Leicester's just on form. It depends what Vardy shows up, really.
Yeah.
I'm going to go... 3-1.
3-1? Okay, fair enough.
3-1. Southampton, West Brom.
I'm going to say... Southampton haven't played good to start this season either.
Yeah.
They got banged.
I reckon it's going to be a draw.
Say 1-0.
Yeah, I'll go 1-0. Yeah, so we got one. We
got one.
We predicted one. Arsenal, Sheffield United. I don't think Sheffield United have done well since.
They haven't.
Yeah,
but
they've lost to Leeds.
I'm gonna say
lost to
2-0.
Villa.
I'm gonna say 2-0. No,
Sheffield.
2-1.
It's weird that Sheffield United were touted to be like top 4
Top 4 this season,
and they haven't even picked a point up.
Yeah, they haven't done anything. I know.
So
I'm gonna say 2-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go an Arsenal win. I think
you'll dominate the game. I think they'll get a lucky goal towards the end.
Yeah, I could probably say 2-1, 3-1, something like that. We'll. It depends. Yeah, it depends what Lacquer and Uber do. But yeah, I'll back you there. 2-1, 3-1. I reckon. But I've got to pick one, haven't I?
Yeah, go on.
3-1. I'll go 3-1. I've got to give the extra goal to my guys. Wolves, Fulham.
Wolves.
Fulham have been,
any day.
Yeah.
But
then
would it be a
Wolves
smashing?
4-0 last week. So what Wolves
2-0.
are going to turn up? Yeah.
2-0 to Wolves.
Who did Fulham play last week? Villa 3-0. Man, they were.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They got
Villa scored in the 4th minute, 15th minute, and the 48th.
They got smacked.
I think just by looking at that, the 4th, 15th, and 48th minute, they don't start off strong, and then they can kind of So I think if Wolves start off quickly and get forward,
I just think this is going to be an easy game for Wolves.
Yeah.
I think they'll bounce back with a big W.
Yeah.
Now the big game, Man U Tottenham.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to say 3-0 to Wolves.
Oh, 3-0. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. What would you say?
2-0.
2-0. All right. United Tottenham. I predict there's. I hope a massive sinkhole gets created in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, I'm honestly this could go either way. I am more of a less Tottenham of a hater. I don't like United, but I'm gonna say Tottenham are gonna win this game, and I don't really want them to, but I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win convincingly. I think it's gonna be a 3-1 win.
I'm gonna say 2-0 to United, only because Son's out now.
He's out. Well,
Yeah.
That changed my whole result.
And
Is Son out?
yeah, Son's out for
Yeah, I'm
a while.
changing
I
that.
think. I think he's
Okay.
got a hammy injury.
No, I'm saying United
Yeah.
to go 3-1.
And I
That
think
changed it completely.
I think Tottenham's defense is still very, very shaky. And if
3-2.
United,
3-2 Tottenham.
yeah. So yeah, it's either way, man. Like if anyone's a gambling person out there, do not put this game in your multi. Do not multi this
Do not
game or
multi this
anything.
game. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3-2 United. Actually.
Yeah,
I changed my
it's
mind
so
again.
unpredictable.
I'm sorry,
And
guys.
Villa Liverpool. I mean, the Villa's been.
This could be a fucking smashing, or this could be a 2-0.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 4-1.
4-1. Yeah,
I think
I'll
Villa
back.
will put up a fight, but I just don't think they'll be able to handle.
Yeah, I'll back
Liverpool.
you there. I'll back you there. And
Liverpool
I
are
think
different class.
But
Villa have been playing good. I think this will be their first loss of the season for sure, though.
yeah.
Can they pull out the surprise, though, Mark? Will you back against them? Will you go the Villas?
No, I'm not going Villa.
No?
No, I reckon Villa's looking good. It's a shame that when they get Barkley and all that, they've got to go straight up against Liverpool.
100%.
But yeah, Liverpool have just worlds apart, to Villa and everyone else in the league, and we've all got to play catch up now. So yeah,
That was it. That was the Premier League fixtures for this week.
Yeah, man.
Coming up.
Yeah,
Good predictions.
and then we
there.
got the I think there's an international break after that, which
Yeah, that would be a little
that
bit.
winds me up.
It does wind me up. But the reason I say, it's not good. Sorry, the reason I say it's not good is because players get injured on international break quite a lot, and it's how do they treat them? We don't know.
And worst thing is this fucking virus.
Yeah, that has caused a lot of issues.
If they're not like actual for competition, if they're just friendlies, what's the point? Like you're just getting them to travel places and mix with other people. It's just and then you had all the shit with Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood. And then Pogba came back with COVID.
Yeah, and then, I'm surprised the league didn't get called off.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good enough football for this week's episode.
Oh, mate.
I did enjoy it, Mark.
An hour, 18 minutes. That's all right. An hour and 18. Yeah.
I think we did well.
Oh, man.
I'd take that.
Yeah, I'll take that as well, man.
Wrapping it up, any final thoughts on Arsenal? How you feel about what we'll do this season quickly?
Arsenal?
2 minutes, yeah.
I'm going to say that we're going to either finish 4th or 5th.
Okay, I'm going to say mine at the start of this podcast so we can look back at this as history. I'm going to say 3rd place. I think we still got 3rd in us. Considering the goals we conceded last season, the results we had last season, I think we got it in us. I'd like to say a quick thank you guys for listening. The first ever episode of the 3 Points podcast. The name could be changed.
It could be changed.
It's not decided.
Yep.
My boy Mark here, visually we are shaking hands, celebrating. Cheers in the beers.
Yeah, we'll have a cheers, man. Yeah, go on, have a bit of that.
And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Yeah, see you later, guys. Bye.